If you want to become successful in business, you need to suffer. I will explain why. Because you have to imagine that a schoolboy suffers just the same as a billionaire. It will never leave you. Suffering is literally a part of the process. Because if you think about entrepreneurship, what does entrepreneurship mean? Entrepreneurship means that you are ready to handle problems, that you are not defeated by stress, hardship, downfalls, problems. Because think about the most successful entrepreneurs. What differentiates them from the average entrepreneur? The average entrepreneur starts a business, encounters the first failures and stresses, and stops. If you look at Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, they failed countless times. Time after time, they failed, crashed, and even burnt. But they just got up one more time than they fell. In this video, I want to show you how you can learn to enjoy the suffering and how that process will make you rich. Because if I look back at my journey, I'll just let you judge for yourself. This was me in 2021. Damn, I was insecure because this was the time when I started my business and everyone was like, oh, he has this business thing. He's doing the online thing. In these specific pictures, I was recording my first YouTube video for my fitness Instagram, like Instagram fitness business back then. That was a tough time. And if I go into this period, I was hearing, oh, he's doing this business thing. People were laughing at me left and right. But then if you look at me here, yeah, sitting in my Ferrari, driving through the Croatian mountains, I think you definitely see the difference in the aura. But I'll get more into that later. I want you to understand that no matter where you are, you will struggle. The struggles will change, but the struggle never stops. You'll never sit back and be like, game over, I'm done. That will just never, ever happen. You have to understand and learn that you have to embrace it, that it is a part and will stay a part of the journey, that you cannot just turn it off. And the thing is, in most cases, you who's watching this video, like me, you're in your 20s. Why would you want a stress-free life in your 20s as a man? In my opinion, now we should get as much stress as we can. We should embrace it. We should grow and build. Because stress and hardship is the only thing that will fundamentally grow your character. To get back to your situation, if you are in the beginning, you are just starting to hit a lick of success, then you will face doubt, criticism, and hate 100%. In school, I got so many weird comments because it was not normal. It was weird to them. But you need to understand that having surreal results requires surreal actions. If you want to have a crazy lifestyle and a lifestyle that no one else has, of your friends, right now, then you need to do things that none of them are doing. As simple as that. The reason I live the life I live while my friends from back then still live at home and study some degree that doesn't really matter is because I started at the age of 16, I started to do things that they didn't do. And of course, people are like a crab mentality. Like if you're crabs, what's interesting about crabs, okay? This is a bucket. And then what crabs do, if a crab climbs out of the bucket, if a crab climbs out of the bucket or wants to climb out of the bucket, then the other crabs drag him back down. And that's literally your circle right now. It's like crab mentality. If you do something that they aren't doing, they will pull you down, because it's much more comfortable to pull someone down than it is to push someone up, because their egos are conflicting with your reality. Your actions make them feel insecure. So, literally, my best advice is to totally ignore what these people are telling you. It's just part of the journey. You cannot turn it off. The main thing is that you just need to keep going. Literally, that's just the most important thing. Regardless of what other people are telling you, look at this. Look at the difference. This was me not too long ago, living at home, recording videos in my parents' house. This is me driving my Ferrari 812 Superfast through the Croatian mountains in 3 years. So if this guy here would have listened to the critique and all the other stuff that the people are telling him, he would definitely not be sitting in a Ferrari. So you just need to ignore it. You just need to know what you're doing and keep doing it. That's why as soon as I finished school, I left. I left this place of negativity. And I first moved to a different city in Germany. Then I moved in with a friend in Munich. And then I moved to Dubai. That's what I did. And that was literally the single best decision I've made. Because just surrounding yourself with new people will force you to grow. Because if you're around a circle of people with a victim mindset that see suffering as something bad and that try to masquerade their suffering, then you will just stay a loser. If I look at my friend group, we all embrace suffering because suffering is the only thing that makes you grow. You need to understand that. The only way you can grow as a man is by having a problem, dealing with a problem, and becoming wiser, becoming more competent. That is the only way you can truly grow your character. So you better surround yourself with people that see struggle as fun, that literally see it as a video game, because that's what it is. You cannot see struggle as something that as soon as it comes, you just cower up and go take all the drugs you can. That's not what you should do. Also, the other day, one of my clients told me, I just really need to clear my head. And that will never happen. You will never have an empty head. You shouldn't want to have an empty head. God's sake, you're 20. Why would you want to have a peaceful, empty life? Now you should embrace stress and fun in the stress. You should just go at it. These are our years where we can attack, where we have to take what is ours. Why would you want to sit down and sulk up in your self-doubt and resentment when you could just go out and take it? So the goal should not be to have an empty, clear head. That's for boo-hoo hippies that want to sit and smoke away their life, but that's not us. In my opinion, if my head is empty and there's nothing going on in here, then I'm worried. Whenever I go on a vacation, it fuels me to get back. Right now is not the time to relax and chill and be content. That I can do when I'm older. Obviously, you need to find a balance. You shouldn't just sit in your room all day. But the goal of having an empty head is so stupid. It's much better if you have many things going on in your head. You have doubts, you have struggles, you have problems. You should not try to deal with that emotionally. You should not be like, oh, I need to lay down and calm down. You should try to deal with it logically, mentally. And how do you deal with this the best? By working harder, by talking to the right people. No problem ever has been solved by sitting down and smoking weed. Every single problem can be solved by a multitude of factors. Either it's time. Time literally heals most of the problems. If you just keep on going, time will heal many, many, many problems. Having a good group of people around you will heal many, many problems. And then improving your stress tolerance. That's the most important thing. Because if I look back 3 years ago, I was, like I said in previous videos, I was the overthinker type. I was just overthinking everything, scared of everything, worried, self-doubts everywhere. But by facing problems and learning about my response to these problems, I've just become a better problem solver. Because once you realize how your body reacts to stress, real stress, you can learn to control it. Because literally, I've had problems that would make other people jump off of a bridge. I'm not joking. And I'm sure people that are further on in their entrepreneurship journey can say the same. It's just part of the game. If you are not able to tolerate a high level of stress, you're just not made to be an entrepreneur. Because entrepreneurship literally is dealing with hardship, dealing with problems, because that's the only reason why people would buy your stuff, because you can solve a problem for them. If you can't even solve your own problems, then you're just not made for it. As simple as it is. But you just need to make a choice. You cannot have an easy life and have the results that someone has that has gone through a hard life. It's just, you need to make a choice. You can always go to university, drink every weekend, smoke weed, be around losers. That's always your choice. But if you make the choice to go down the path of entrepreneurship, you cannot just quit when you face the first problem. That's just not how it works, my friend. I have a small graphic here that if you climb the mountain of success, even if it's just a small hill, once, and you touch the top, you can't go back. You've licked the blood of success. And this was me here. I had self-doubt, I had worry, but at the time, I achieved monumental success for me. Selling my first 10 grand worth of online courses back then in the fitness space. That was huge. Making 10 grand, being able to afford the steaks, being able to go for dinner and lunch every day, going out to restaurants. That was mind bending, because I remember in my school time, I had to think if I can buy a drink with my lunch or not, if I can spend $5 or $7. And then for the first time, being able to go to an expensive steakhouse and just buy whatever I want, going shopping, going to Farfetch and buying the designer shirts and whatever and whatnot. That was mind-bending. I could have not gone back. And you have to realize that for that, at the time, I climbed a mountain. Because that's my life philosophy. That success as a man is seeing the mountain in front of you, climbing it, touching the top, going back down and climbing the next one. That's just my philosophy. That's my secret to success. And you just need to learn how to build a winning mindset, how to build a mindset that can deal with stress, that can deal with problems, that has the ability to solve problems where other people would quit. Because that's the single reason why I have the results others don't. Because when I face a problem that would make others quit, I'm just like, bring it on. Let's deal with it. and I fix it mentally. I don't become this little emotional bird that can't even think straight anymore. That is a skill that I can proudly say that I've developed, because I was not like that. I can guarantee you. I was not like this from the beginning. One takeaway I have for you, one lesson that I want to give you: whenever you feel stressed and you feel like you have a problem, think about what you would tell your friend if he asks you what to do in this specific situation. If if your girlfriend breaks up with you, which advice would you give your friend? If your ad manager account gets blocked and you go crazy, which advice would you give a friend in this exact position? Because that helps you to zoom out and get a more rational view on things. That's my little secret, because that helps you to not have emotions involved and give a logical solution. Because if your best friend's girlfriend breaks up with him, you wouldn't tell him, yeah, just sit down and cry. You tell him, look, go to the gym, go, like, work out, become a better person, make more money, date new girls. That's what you would tell him. So why not tell yourself that? Why would you tell yourself, yeah, just go sit down and smoke weed for a week? That's just not how it works. So yeah, this is my journey, my path, and the key component of going from this shy, scrawny school kid to a guy sitting in a Ferrari driving through the mountains is that I learned how to deal with stress, that I learned how to climb the mountain in front of me and deal with it and learn how to climb better. So I hope this video gave you some new thoughts and gave you some new ideas, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.